I always suggest the number one question isn't how many you've sold or how many buyers you have in your database is. Hey South Mississauga, welcome to another episode of the L5H area. Today we're looking at the stats of what happened in our neighborhood for January. So let's go ahead, flip screens and start that. So nothing really earth-shattering here. I mean, we got 10 detached that sold in January and zeros across the board for all the other property types. And so let's break this down a little bit. So 10 detached sales, a little over 2.26 million, median price, and average property days on market is 120. So I went through all 10 of these properties to see if they've been terminated, relisted, or expired, relisted, switch agents and brokerages and everything. And so this is actual property days on market, not listing days. Because if someone lists a home and it sits for 100 days, then they terminate it, they reduce the price, and then they sell it in 3 days, they're going to say, oh, I sold this house in 3 days. It's like, well, not really, right? It's sort of bending the truth because yes, they sold it in 3 days with that new listing, right? New MLS number and everything else. And so out of these 10 properties, the lowest days on market was 15 and the highest was 278. And there's another one that was like 276. A lot of them were like 60, 70, 80 days, somewhere around that range. So really interesting. So to see 120 average property days on market is really, I guess, concerning. Not sure if that's the right word. Makes me wonder what's going on the other side of things, because the average listing days for a detached is 39. Now, property days is usually a little bit higher than that. Again, mentioning terminations, expireds, being relisted, switching agents, that kind of thing. When we're dealing in the average home across Mississauga, obviously these are more high-end, maybe not so much demand, but still, usually the average days aren't that far off. So to see 120 property days versus 39 listing days on market as the average makes me question things a little bit. Looking at the semi-detached, so again, with the rest of these, there's zero to report. So I figured, what's currently going on the market? So there's 3 semis that are on the market. One was just listed. So at the time of this video, it's 2 days on market. The other one's been sitting 71 days and the other 211 days on market. So I can't comment on that, but that's what it is. So take it what you will. There's one freehold town that was just listed on the market. So it's been up for 2 days and there's no condo townhomes on the market as of right now. So there's the quick L5H market update. If you have any questions, check the links below. You can book a time to have a quick chat. You can also email me. Email is down here below. And if you are interviewing agents or thinking of interviewing agents, I always suggest the number one question isn't how many you've sold or how many buyers you have in your database, is out of what you list, how many do you actually sell? And I have a feeling a lot of people don't know, or they don't want to tell you, because from the stats that I've seen, it can be quite interesting to say the least. Now, what I can say is I have sold every single property I've listed. That's a 100% list to sale ratio, and that is for a very specific reason that I would love to discuss with you if you are thinking of selling. So anyways, not a lot to report on, but there you are, the stats with January. It'll be really interesting to see what happens the rest of the year. So stay tuned. Hope to hear from you soon. If not, then keep on watching these videos. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.